Hello and welcome to the Anime Summit Podcast. My name is Kwoka, and with me I got Sam.
Sup, butt faces?
And Nick.
Hello. I'm
my
playing
God.
Scrabble.
And Mac is missing. Terribly missing. Who knows what happened to him? Anyway, later in the episode, we're going to talk about me. We're going to talk
It's the
about
Kwoka appreciation
Yuri.
episode.
We're going to
12
talk
points.
about lolis.
Here's the thing.
We're talking about Terrace House.
We did a Mac appreciation episode when he went to Germany. And Kwoka is going to be gone for quite a weird amount of time. It's in and out. It's weird. But, we need to do this episode because he's going to be going and he's going to be talking about what that means for us. And, that's my nigga right there.
Wait, are you actually going to be
That's
gone,
my cracker.
Kwoka? Because you're moving to Korea, but are you actually going to be off
so
the Chad Pass for a while?
We'll get into it. So many of you that, especially those hanging out in the Discord, and I think maybe you've mentioned it once or twice on the show in passing, but in 2 weeks from now, which will be 1 week from when this episode comes out, I am moving to South Korea for 2 years, or that's the current plan, is 2 years.
You
may be
probably
thinking,
change,
why
but
the
most
hell
likely
you
not.
moving to Korea, son, or some shit.
And
I happened to come up with an opportunity. Going through my life, I've always loved to travel. I travel a lot. I've missed being on episodes, and we've had a lot of arranging to allow me to travel in the show, which is fantastic. And I've gotten an opportunity to go and live in Asia for 2 years. I can live anywhere in Asia or all over Asia and have no home. But on my recent trip to Korea, met a nice girl. Gonna see if that can work out. So I'm moving to Korea. That's the current plan. And I'll be traveling all around Asia. So if any of you end up in Asia, hit me up.
That's so fucking adorable to me. Oh my God. It's just it's so cute. Fuck me. Okay.
She thinks I'm either really dumb or really crazy. But I'm both.
All right.
And that's why we do this. So later in the show, it'll be Kwoka appreciation. And
I still got a bit more to talk about this, though.
I thought you don't want to do the news and then you go in with your stuff.
Well, this is kind of the biggest news, isn't it?
That's true. So what does
That's
What does
true.
it
It
mean
is. Okay,
for
sorry, go ahead.
Kwoka being on episodes?
What does it mean for the podcast? In the short term, this is kind of almost like a soft parting from the podcast in a sense, because with this change and a lot of other life circumstances that are changing, I'm going to have to see how my priorities fall over the next couple of months, and if this still remain, because I have other things that I view as higher priorities, like being able to travel, and I still have to focus on my studies because I'm transferring to San Diego State's online program, which will be harder than my current schooling. So those kind of things fall above the podcast for me, and I'm going to have to see how I can, if there's still a place for the podcast in it. So it's going to be tough to juggle this and see how it falls. So I'll still be a member of the crew until at least August, and that'll be about my time, maybe September, when I have to decide one way or the other. But I'll not be in a lot of episodes between then because I'll be traveling all over Asia and seeing how things work out. But I'm still going to be at Anime Expo.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll still be handling the finances of the podcast until a time as such that we do officially part ways, and Mac's taken over all of the operations.
I should really learn how to edit.
So he'll be getting
That would be helpful.
Yeah. He'll be getting all the stuff. He'll be getting control of the Discord and all that fun stuff. Sadly, he's not here to accept that burden from us.
It does not mean no more Anime Summit.
Yes.
It
just means that I'll be gone from it for at least a while.
But you'll be on some episodes between now and August, right?
Possibly. I mean, we're theoretically going to be recording some stuff over the Anime Expo weekend.
Oh yeah, we got to do that.
And for the next few weeks, I'll be pretty much stable in Korea. So I might, see packing, take a mic, see if we can make that work. There'll definitely be a period where I won't be able to because I'll just be constantly hitting new places. And we'll just see. We'll see how things go. So this is a little bit of a possible goodbye because who knows what might happen in September. Oh my god, so sad.
Actually, gonna tear up a little bit. I've been so fucking emotional all fucking day. Shut up. All y'all shut up right now. But like,
so yeah, when it comes time to if the cards fall in a way that doesn't allow me to continue to pursue this podcast, the podcast will still continue on. Maybe you guys will replace me, but I also might not be able to get back on for a proper going away type thing.
But even if that happens, you can at least be on
know how the situation's
some
gonna
episodes though. Like maybe not every week.
And you can always still record stuff for Asex too.
I don't want to make promises I can't. Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying the door's open.
That's true, Dom.
Door's always open. Especially since you kind of built the door.
They'll be continuing on, and if you do, I'll be still making some media stuff. It's just that being able to coordinate as much may be very difficult. But I'll still be making some stuff on my own to try and keep focused and still create things. It'll be more travel focused as opposed to anime focused. Because also a big reason why I might not be able to do as much is because I can't watch as much anime when I'm trying to do other things.
Yeah, how does that work?
But you can still follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat, and I'll be posting shit on there. I have another YouTube channel that I'll be making.
Oh yeah, you got your a vlog travel channel or something.
Yeah, that's what it'll kind of be. Well, not necessarily looking to make it successful, but just having fun with it. The YouTube, Instagram, and Snapchat will all be theKwoka, one word. The YouTube one's not that yet, but the Instagram and Snapchat are. And then my Twitter is @EricKwoka, just my name. So you can still follow along there. Might even do Periscope stuff. I don't really know. The future's a giant oyster.
A giant oyster.
If anything...
Yeah, one night in Bangkok and the world's your oyster.
Okay. Got it.
If anything, it's take a lesson, okay? Do what you gotta do. Do you. Do you and be proud of it and tell people when they're being bitches.
I mean, I am really proud of how far we've gotten in these 2 years, and I know it's been at least a year since I kind of knew that this is what I was going to be doing at this point in time. And there was just kind of some cutoffs of if it gets to a point of being, a possible where it can sustain it, the podcast could sustain itself financially, then I'd be able to put more effort into it. But with it not being quite at that point, I can't give up other dreams that I have to try and keep this going. But I mean, it'll still going, but I can't, do that same level of effort.
And I think, me, Nick, and Mac will sit down and make this, keep going at the rate it's going. We'll figure out ways to make sure it stays
maybe
that
me and
way.
Sam will learn how to help with the behind the scenes a little more. Because I don't want to put all that on Mac,
Maybe we could hire Smokey.
Oh, shit, dude. That's true.
Fucking Nick, oh, shit.
Get Aquanips to reprise his role as production assistant.
Aquanips, we're just going to name him Boy. Be like, boy, bring me a cola.
Bitterman. Come here, Bitterman. Fluff my microphone.
Yeah,
Kwoka,
and I'll still be in Discord for a long time, probably.
Oh, yeah, the Learning Japanese channel.
At least is 2 years. Yeah, if nothing else, the Learning Japanese channel. And, yeah, I mean, we'll see how things go.
Yeah, well, that'll be
But enough with the sadness.
exciting.
Enough with the sadness.
It's actually really depressing to hear.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
I wouldn't say
if any
depressing. It's bittersweet. That's what it is.
If any fans are ending up in Asia, or if you two are ending up in Asia, hit me up. I'll see, because I'll want any excuse to go anywhere, is basically how it will work. And I already have a lot of trips planned around Asia, but if you just want tips and stuff, or if you're going to end up in Seoul, even more so, we'll definitely hook up. Well, not hook up, but we'll meet up.
Kwoka's girlfriend
we'll
wouldn't
hook
like
up.
that. All right?
Yeah, I can take
That's
you
true.
out for some bomb-ass kimchi pork belly burritos in Seoul.
Kimchi
Yeah,
pork
you know what? I'll
belly
make that a
burritos.
promise. Any fan that ends up in Seoul, I will buy you a burrito.
Kimchi pork belly burritos.
Well,
Make it
provided that
happen.
I'm in Seoul at that time.
Make it happen, provided he's in Seoul at that time.
Okay, so moving on to more happy stuff. Yuri. No, Terrace House. Let's talk about Terrace House, not Yuri.
So you just want to get right into Kwoka's...
Well, we got a couple of anime news.
I've been
things,
wanting-
though.
Oh, yeah, I
You got
guess
some anime
news
news?
and stuff.
Okay,
Should I
throw the
just-
news out.
Bukkake it all over the cast, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, just bukkake it.
Bukkake.
So we got three things, 2.5 things. One of them is just another article about female animators and how the anime industry is struggling to get enough animators. We can link it in the show notes. But basically, yeah, it goes on to say that, it describes why production schedules cut it close and, like, how things work on a basic level. And then, like, it also says there's more female animators now than there used to be. So, it's changing a lot. Pretty cool. Female animators, like the girl in Terrace House. She's not a pro one yet, but
Speaking of female animators, the voice actress for Eromanga Sensei drew one frame that was used in episode 4 of the show.
let's see
It's
if I
actually
can
pretty
spot
One
it.
frame of Eromanga Sensei's face.
Oh, I thought
Actually, might not have even been used in episode 4. It might have been used in the teaser for episode 4.
Oh, just the teaser, not the episode, or
I don't know.
yeah, Eromanga Sensei, dude.
Shout
out to Digibro and Best Guy Ever for reviewing that. It's really funny. But yeah, next piece of news, Reno, we got. This is the big one. Crunchyroll is going to add some offline streaming. So
Oh, how's that streaming then? How does
yeah,
it
I
make
don't
sense?
know. That's the title of the article, which is weird to me. Let's see. Offline streaming sometime in 2017. I think similar to how Netflix does it, where you can like download stuff. I'm guessing.
Yeah, so it'll probably only work for the apps and stuff.
Yeah, that's my
'Cause
guess.
that's where they can control.
It's just kind of like a little blurb
It's
they
kind of
posted
like
out.
it's kind of like the podcast app on like a Apple product.
Oh, sorry, it's not
I
offline.
think.
It's not offline streaming. It's offline playback. Somebody titled it wrong. It's
Okay.
playback, but yeah. Anyway,
Oh, okay, that makes
Well,
more
I mean, those words make more sense.
yeah. Amazon Strike already does that. Netflix does it, of course.
Yeah, but nobody uses that.
Yeah, Anime Strike. Once they get a better catalog, it might be worth it. But right now, it's a little iffy. But yeah. Crunchyroll offline playback should be pretty cool. Pretty cool. We can link in the
Awesome.
show notes. There's a little article. And then the last piece of news is, I can't even say it. Legend of the Galactic Heroes, the new remake from, I believe Production IG is doing it. They have some key visuals out, and they announced the voice cast for it. So it's got but I think it has like an all new voice cast, because the old Legend of the Galactic Heroes started in 1988, and it went for like 10 years, and like all those other actors are old, and they're not going to do the Dragon Ball thing where they use an old lady to voice a little, a 20-year-old dude. It's like, they're going to do it the right fucking way.
I'm Son Goku.
Plus, actually, one of the main characters, voice actor Yang Wenli, his voice actor is dead, so they kind of have to do it.
He could just be mute.
I don't know if they're going to be able to do as well on Reinhard von Lohengram's voice, because his voice actor was like top notch. So hopefully it's as good, but we'll see.
They could just use Reinhardt's voice actor from Overwatch.
There you go, Overwatch. Get a little bit of cross-pollination.
Cross-pollination.
Cross-pollen.
That's mostly what I had.
Cross.
I mean, there's like Overwatch where
My favorite
NFL
kind of
teams are
pollen.
investing in it, but that's not really anime.
That's really weird, but it's cool at the same time.
And K-pop stars.
No K-pop. We don't need to talk about K-pop.
Okay.
What's with even K-pop? I don't even know, man.
GG, baby.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm a Korea boo
Oh my
now.
God.
I'm a Korea boo now.
I'm just not into K-pop. I don't know why.
I was when I played StarCraft 2, but yeah.
You talking shit about my girl Taeyeon?
I was into the memes of that particular game I played, but yeah, no.
Anyway, best girl, Lauren Tsai from Terrace House, Aloha State.
That's the worst girl.
So, like, since I started watching Terrace House after all my Japanese friends were like, this shit's cray, I've been wanting to talk. I think I've talked about it a little bit on the show, but I actually finally got Sam and Nick to watch it because this is my episode where I get to rule. I'm king of the castle. So I got them to watch a bit of Terrace House, Aloha State, which is... So Terrace House started like 4 years ago with Fuji Television. They did like it's a reality show where they put 3 guys and 3 girls in a house and they just film it. And then they have commentators that talk about it, what's going on. So that makes it very different from American reality shows. There's lots of things. First off, they don't do confessionals, which is the American reality show staple, where it's like the people actually talking directly to a camera about things that are happening.
Right. Yeah.
Which I've always felt was stupid. Like, it's only entertaining when they're in like mock reality shows, like Real Husbands of Hollywood.
Or The Office, or yeah.
Yeah, didn't some of the old ones have like a booth where they would go in and talk or something?
That's what we're literally talking about.
Yeah.
That's why it's called a confessional.
I think I've seen like 2 episodes
because there's a
of
confessional
Big Brother,
booth at churches. You don't understand
they
this?
They call it a confessional booth.
No, you know what I've seen? I've seen not The Apprentice. It's the Andy Dick spinoff on it called The Assistant. This is like maybe 15 years old or 10 years old. It's just Andy Dick. He's like getting someone to like cut his lawn and like do little tiny shitty tasks. It was really funny.
And then they had like Paris Hilton's My New Best Friend. Anyway, so instead of confessionals, Terrace House has a panel of comedians and actors that just basically talk about what's going on, and they just do this twice each episode. Well, I mean, they have the intro bit where they just review what happened in the last episode a little bit, and then they comment twice throughout the episode. And shit they say is fucking hilarious. But then also...
It is really funny.
Another thing that sets it apart from American reality shows is that the people still live and have lives and go out, they keep their jobs, and they do that while the show's going on. They just basically move to the house and are being filmed.
Yeah, that was
more
interesting
often.
to me because, like, right away, I'm only a few episodes in, but, like, the musician guy is like, well, I'm going to leave for a while. And he just, like, goes off for a month.
He's like, I have to go to Tokyo to do a show. It's like, okay.
I only watched the first episode, but yeah, it's like they all have because they all sat down at the table and they're like, oh, what do you do for work? Or what do you do? And they were saying, and then later when they were eating dinner, it's like, oh, what do you guys do tomorrow? It's like, oh, I have to work. And it's like, oh shit. Like,
and there's no like tasks. Like the show doesn't make them do anything, presumably. I don't know what's going on in the production stuff, but the premise of the show is that they're just living their lives in a house with 5 other people and a bunch of cameras.
Right.
Which
I think that's probably why I dig it. It's like such a different, and such a far cry from what
because like
and
we
then
had
the third
some
thing
ghetto
that's like
American ones.
Really one of the kind of crazy weird things for a reality show to do is the show is being filmed while it's airing. It's like on American Netflix, we're getting episodes like way later, but the episodes are airing like 4 weeks after those events happened. And you'll see in later episodes they're watching earlier episodes because they have they have Netflix in the house and they want to see what their own show is. And sometimes they'll talk about having like a watch party. Like you don't always see it, but you'll see it at certain times where they're all sitting around watching.
Yeah, they have the
which is really,
old people watching them.
Yeah, which is really interesting for multiple ways. One, like it makes you feel much more
the
like
cast
you're...
watch it too. They haven't got to that part yet.
Yeah, literally the cast watches it every week. But I mean, they're 4 weeks behind, but so then they get an opportunity to see what people are saying behind closed doors, type of a thing. At least the parts that make it into the episode.
That's so crazy.
So like with each episode being 1 week, it ends up also being a bit challenging in that for editing purposes, which I think is really where some of this comes in very more interesting. They have to edit an episode to get it released in time, but the story being told in the episode may not be finished, like in terms of the natural relationships and stories that form between people. Like you could be editing two people's like first date when they're still in a relationship now and things are going on. So they would
Right.
So it's kind of interesting, and you'll see some moments where it's like maybe they didn't show something that was important because at the time they didn't think it was important or wasn't important enough.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. So they're like,
So where it's like, we have to take a whole week and crush it down into 30 minutes. This thing doesn't make the cut because it doesn't seem important. Oh, 5 weeks later, that was actually something that kind of mattered.
So they do like a flashback to some footage they didn't show yet or something?
Not like that, but you'll see the characters mention things, and you'll be like, that wasn't in the show. Which, I mean, one or two times I think I've seen that and been like, they intentionally edited that bit to try and, play a certain angle for the viewers, which is fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm like, how much screen time are they all getting?
Yeah, like, you'll see people, when things are going on with people, they get more screen time than other people.
Yeah, because like...
But anyway, it started off in Japan with Fuji Television making a show. I don't remember exactly how it all happened, but it was long. It was good. Then, like 2 years later, Netflix brought it back with partnering with Fuji Television. And then that is the first season that you're able to find on Netflix, which is Boys and Girls in the City. And they had like ordered 18 episodes, and then they kept getting it extended, and it ended up being 44 episodes. And it's like really cool because as you're going through, the cast members leave. Like they just determine that their time's up. Like sometimes it'll be two people get in a relationship, and then they want to not be in the house necessarily anymore, or just other things come up. And it always feels really cool because they leave. Like, never feels like a character overstays their welcome. I say character, but it's people.
No, they're characters. They're fake.
It's hard to, like, differentiate that in my mind because they're characters when they're on TV,
Well, there's, it's 3 girls, 3 guys, and they're all different ages.
So, and when one guy leaves, a new guy shows up. When a girl leaves, a new girl shows up.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So there's like...
I just remember one scene.
And then one's 27, one's 23, one's 25,
so and then... After that one that was in Tokyo, Netflix just started another season recently. I think they started filming like last August. And 16 episodes are out right now on Netflix. And it's in Hawaii. So it's Aloha State. And it's really cool because a lot of them are bilingual and they'll switch as they're talking about things. So you get in English and Japanese.
Which is Terrace House, or is Aloha State the second one?
It's the third season.
Oh.
Boys and Girls in the City is the second, and then the first one's not on Netflix. At least not in America.
Oh, okay.
Because 2 and 3 are Netflix shows. Netflix is the producer.
Gotcha. Okay.
So how's the city one then? Is that...
Oh, it's so good.
It's like as good as this one, or better, or whatever?
Yeah, it's just... Man, the commentators are always on point, being funny. The people are all well selected.
It's different people, though, right? Yeah, it's got to be different people.
Yeah.
That'd be weird if they introduced twice.
I think, you'll see also when you're watching, 'cause they kind of, oh man, I'm trying to think of the right words. You'll see people from other seasons that show up in newer seasons sometimes because of certain...
That's crazy.
Not because they necessarily brought them along, but in Boys and Girls in the City, one girl's a model. And she ends up at a show with a girl from the first season, and they're talking about Terrace House. And then there was actually a picture on Lauren Tsai's Twitter of her with both of them at a show in Tokyo.
That's cool.
And they actually, 2 of them from season 1 show up because they were in Oahu at the time, and they stopped by the house at midnight. Show's great. Okay, anyway, your guys' feelings on it.
Well, I think it's great. I think it's a funny show. It's definitely a nice, because, I think you and Nick especially, I think we all feel the same about American reality. We have fucking Jersey Shore.
Hey, Jim Tan Laundry, dude. Put a little respect on it, Sam.
And we have reality elimination shows where they're edited a certain way to be more spicy than it actually is, and there's politics involved. And then we have fucking
And that the people on the shows are trying to make it spicy.
Right.
Well, they have games. It's like Survivor-style games.
Yeah.
And they
keeping
kick
up
people out
with
of the house and stuff, like Big Brother.
Keeping up with the family that got rich by doing nothing and whatever. All those dumb shows. It's like the Terrace House is such a far cry from that. It's literally just some cool people living in a house, and you get to watch them. And that sounds creepy the way I'm saying it, because it sounds like some Truman Show shit. But like,
it's nice because like it feels, like you're getting these actual people, but but it's also like because of the natural way people work, and especially when you edit their lives in a certain way, it ends up being this very real drama.
Right.
And then you throw in the commentators who are just funny as fuck. Some of their comments.
Oh, yeah.
They're like actors and
Like
comedians.
Nick, I'm sure you saw the one part where they're talking about Yusuke wanting to hook up with Lauren or something, and he'd be like, oh, she'll be sitting there with the ukulele. It's like, are you going to play the ukulele or are you going to play me?
Yeah. Yeah, the old lady's funny. She's really funny.
Yeah.
No, and I like the...
Did you say you're going to play his ukulele or play his ukulele?
One of the guys made a comment. He's like, don't underestimate the virgin, you man whore. Like they all hate Yusuke because he's such a playboy or whatever. Dude, Yusuke is my boy though. He's a player. He knows how to.
You mean Yuya?
Whatever his name is.
Yuya's the 18-year-old from Japan.
Well, there's two 18-year-olds from Japan.
Yusuke's from Japan, but he lives in Hawaii.
Dude, you're confusing.
So he
me.
didn't fly in for the show.
The skinny guy who's the
Yuya
actor.
flew in for the show.
The actor guy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
He flew in for the show. Yuya.
Yuya. Well, who's Yusuke then? Oh, Yusuke. No, Yusuke is the virgin.
The ukulele. Yeah.
Yeah. So Yuya is just he just like constantly pokes at the virgin guy and kind of like subtly makes fun of him.
Yeah, he's totally being a dick.
Yeah, and like they use him to they're like, hey boy, come play songs for us. They don't say it like that, but it's funny.
That's how it comes.
Well,
off,
I mean,
yeah.
No, they're really nice about
like,
it. But
when you're like, wow, you have a new friend that can play the guitar and stuff, man, you just want to.
It's like going to some kid's house because he has
listen.
a better video game system, like back in the day. Like I'm gonna play with.
Yeah,
his
and it's
toys.
not that you're using them for that, but it's a definite
I'm gonna
perk.
play with his toys.
Only '90s kids will get this.
Oh man. So Kwoka, why did we talk about this on your appreciation episode?
Because I love the shit out of this show.
And you gotta tell people. You gotta tell
everyone. This show's I want more. I want there to be more seasons. So we need people to watch it on Netflix. It's on Netflix. You don't gotta do anything crazy to get a hold of it. Everybody's got a Netflix
I did
account.
apparently.
I mean, everybody's borrowing the same Netflix account, rather.
You should just give Nick my login. Here you go.
No, I'm good. I got it. I got it working. It was easy.
But
yeah, if you guys fans, check out the show and then tweet at Mac that he needs to watch it because he doesn't want to watch it because he doesn't want to watch stupid reality shows.
Because Mac is always in his bubble of he only likes certain things and he doesn't watch other things.
And this is like so.
I like
not
how I'm
even
shit talking him and he can't
American
defend
reality
himself.
shows.
Like fucking Mac, am I right?
Years ago, people went in there, but they didn't come out. Not unlike your sister.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
fucking Mac. Yeah.
And yeah, when you catch up with Aloha State, like we're like, I think almost like 8 weeks behind Japan, which is really annoying. But
Oh yeah, well that's
when you
that's
catch up
time
with
zone.
Aloha State, you can
you
go
know.
back and watch Boys and Girls in the City.
8 weeks though. That's like a
That's the
time zone difference,
8
right?
weeks. No.
They're 8 weeks in the future,
Time zone.
so
In the future.
Unless you, I guess, if you VPN through Japan, you'd get it like the week at like 5 weeks after it was filmed, because you get it.
oh yeah.
Or I don't even know. It's like it released on Netflix 4 weeks after it's filmed.
Isn't that like a similar production? Well, no,
Which is
it's
pretty
not.
good.
It's like that's like
But I don't
partway
think they have
between
English
anime
subtitles if you
and
do that.
South Park. Because I listened to this podcast on the Bill Simmons show, talking to the South Park creators, and they're saying how they have to like do everything in a week for every episode. But this one is like they do everything in like what, 4 weeks, 5 weeks,
Yeah.
and that anime is like
Well, I mean, you're working on
messed
every
up.
episode that during that time. You have just separate. Well, you have the production schedule and it goes through different people. Because it's also clear that the commentators see a slightly different version of the show than we do.
Yeah, I wonder how much footage they have, because, like, there's no way they're recording for 24 hours a day or anything. They're probably just, like, they're like, all right, we're going to
I
this
really
time,
almost,
that
like,
time.
want to find out how the whole production stuff works, because it seems like a lot of it's hidden cameras, but there's also clear parts where the crew is, like, with them.
Yeah.
You know? So it's kind of like how much interaction do they actually have with production staff while they're in the house? Like, is it something where they're, do they know the cameraman by first name basis type of a thing? Or
Probably do. I would guess they do.
And I'd imagine early on they probably have to get tips from somebody that's like, hey, you guys need, like, sit here and face this way every time you come in this room.
So part 3 is coming on Netflix. Actually,
part 2 only, like, just came out, like, 3 weeks ago.
Okay, I'm just on Wikipedia, and it said part 3, the last episode that came out for part 3 was May 9th. Oh, but if that's Japanese Netflix, never mind.
It comes out later here.
Oh, okay.
It's annoying. They don't even do it, like, the bundle at the same time.
Right.
No, because don't they do it weekly in other countries? It's weekly.
Yeah,
Netflix
releases it 1 week before Fuji Television airs it.
Yeah.
So they
but that's
release
different
every episode
from the model,
one at a time.
because Netflix does.
Well, Netflix is dedicated to
the binge model,
or
whatever.
The binge model,
which is annoying because they fucked us over with Little Witch Academia. So you have to sail the high seas if you want to watch it as it's airing. It's really dumb. But I mean, if you're already paying for Netflix anyway, that's like barely piracy. It's not even, whatever. That's not piracy.
It's great for shows that don't show anywhere else.
Yeah. I mean,
but if the thing has any release anywhere in the world before then, like weekly, then it ends up being just shitty.
Or if it's anime, because the whole anime community watches stuff week to week. But
yeah, but that's because I'm saying it airs once a week.
Yeah.
If it simply was not airing anywhere and it was just dropped as a full season.
That'd be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get spoiled on stuff and all that other stuff. And plus, it's fun to watch stuff weekly sometimes, so it's good to have the option.
Yeah. It also, like, it's also kind of annoying when it does one of these things where it's one season but in parts.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not even like, oh, it's April again, time for the new season of Game of Thrones. Which fucking this year it's in like the end of June or some shit. Like,
they have a different time, because wasn't it in like March one year?
No, the last like 5 years it's been like late March, early April.
Yeah.
Maybe it's been like 1 week later every year, but then suddenly they did like a whole month later. But Silicon Valley still came out the same time. So.
Oh, both great shows, by the way. Silicon Valley, if you haven't watched it, so fucking funny. Oh my god, dude! Every character in that show is great.
The floor to dick distance is the important.
Link in the show notes to the how many guys can you jerk off in a room
in 10 minutes.
Oh my god!
And that's how we figured out how to do his
We're gonna
algorithm.
get this even if we have to jerk off every dude. It's like, I don't think that's possible, man. Like, there's 800 people in the audience, and even at a jerk time of like 1 minute per person, you just don't have enough time.
They get out their whiteboard and like calculate everything.
It's like, no, because if he's using two hands and he gets one on the upstroke and one on the downstroke, then he can be jerking four at a
it's
time.
like middle out, and then he's like, holy shit, middle out compression. And he invents his algorithm.
Then you gotta make sure the people's time to ejaculation's the same. Otherwise, you gotta be trying to hot swap dicks in like on the strokes, and
it's funny because they're using like these computer terms and stuff, and
it's like super technical.
Yeah,
but it's just about jerking dudes off.
It's obviously not 100% accurate, but it's like based on reality. But it's so funny.
Yeah, it pokes fun at the whole Silicon Valley like culture and stuff. Like, one of the guys is clearly meant to be like Steve Jobs.
Yeah, that's not Guilfoyle. What's his name? Anyway, the long shaggy-haired guy. He's funny.
No.
Oh no!
The guy that Steve Jobs is
the main character. Main character.
No, Steve Jobs is the villain guy.
Oh yeah, from Hooli.
From Hooli. Yeah, the guy that runs Hooli, because he does the same
Consider
shit
the
fucking
elephant.
Steve Jobs does.
He's like, consider this random animal.
if there's a fucking elephant outside, we're walking out of here. Like,
Oh man.
oh shit.
Yeah, that show's great.
Oh man, that's great. What else were we gonna talk about? Terrace House.
Dude, I'm gonna do a wild speculation.
Avian Ku is best girl.
Best girl is from episode 4, Naomi. Easy.
Naomi.
Is it Naomi or Naomi?
There's her and Lauren put out a video on Twitter
Ooh.
for Valentine's Day, and they kiss each other.
Like
I
like
know.
Sakura Trick
I
style,
didn't hear that.
which I've been watching as well.
Nope, I didn't hear that. I'm
Yeah,
not
it
hearing
was
it.
pretty good.
Don't spoil.
No, that's not in the show. It's just on Twitter.
Don't spoil Twitter for Sam.
Don't spoil Twitter for me.
Like, I don't even think that timeline-wise, that's like episode 17 or something. Like, I don't even know. It might be in the show, but it happened a while ago on Twitter.
Yeah.
But, and I was talking to somebody about the nature of what's interesting about reality shows, especially ones where they're living their lives in the show, is that then stuff like social media becomes an extension of the show.
So the
it's like
cast
the
can
people
interact.
continue to live on. So it's
Yeah.
not like, when the show ends, the characters are gone. No, the people are still there. You can still follow them on Twitter and Instagram and see how they're like things that are
Oh, so
happening.
that's probably why there's the time delay too. Because if it was like week to week, then they'd be like talking on Twitter like, "All right, which chick should I bone, bros?" It's just like, vote on this poll. Who should I hit on?
No, that probably just wouldn't be happening. We're talking about Japanese people.
Yeah, I know,
They're
but
much
that's
more
partly why
conservative.
there's a time delay too. Not really. That's
no,
not
it's
why.
probably more editing.
Yeah, it's the behind the scenes
and
stuff.
at least enough so that they don't have like, oh, you wait a week to find out how the girl felt after your first date. Like, at least make it a month. Come on. And then you can find out how she felt behind closed doors. It's like enough delay where they don't have to worry about that kind of feedback.
Yeah, you need the time dilation, just like Gunbuster, dude. That doesn't make any sense.
But yeah, speaking of just the hand-holding thing, in the Boys and Girls in the City, like two of the two of the people hold hands, and like the commentators make a big deal about it. It's like, they're holding hands. Oh, shit.
Dude, for real though, that like that's too much for me. I can't do that.
It's too lewd. Too lewd.
I don't like PDA at all. I get like weirded out.
That's because you've never had a
No,
girlfriend.
I have. I still didn't like PDA. And holding hands is nothing. That's not really PDA, but like kissing in public is like, no. Yeah, I'm okay.
Oh, man,
What? Why?
Gross.
when I was in
Why, dude?
Korea,
If it's
with my
just like a peck
girlfriend,
on the
we were
cheek, that's fine.
We were like the disgusting in love couple that's like making out on the escalator and getting yelled at by old Korean
Yeah,
men.
see, that's gross, dude. Making out in public, that's too much, Sam.
Dude, it's
That's
not
fucking
gross.
gross,
It's not
Sam. All right?
You don't just like,
It's not like they're
you don't like
I mean,
just grabbing
basically.
a fistful of ass.
Fistful of ass. Exactly. That's too much. Have you seen it?
I do
Have
that
you guys
all the
seen
time.
those like pictures of people in Walmart with like the guy down his girlfriend's shorts, like with his hand up her butt? That's like
or his hand is up her butt.
Yes, that's how I think of PDA. Is like some guy sticking his finger in a pooper. I'm just like, yeah, that's fucking unsanitary.
Student's finger.
Yeah, it's
Pooper
okay,
straight
Nick.
up.
You've never been with anybody that you were attracted to that was also attracted
Yes,
to you.
I have.
This hasn't happened. That's why you don't know.
Okay.
You don't know what it's like.
I'm just like the ukulele guy.
Yeah, you just don't know.
Nah, man.
That was so like Yu-Gi-Oh was being such a dick to him.
Yeah,
in those
no,
first
he just like
episodes.
randomly.
He was doing so much
He's
to
like,
like
you're a
establish
virgin, right?
dominance.
He's like, yeah, I already told you.
He brought it up so many times, like too many times.
Dude, that probably helps him though, because he's pure. He's a pure boy.
Maybe. I mean, we could talk later about
Yeah, I'm only a few episodes in,
Him.
dude. I'm rooting for.
I feel
I'm rooting
like
for all of them.
he in that like first 2 weeks, he could have gone after any of those girls.
Yeah, that's what he should have done. But here's what. He had to leave though. That's the thing. He had to leave.
Yeah, I mean, but right when he came back, because I mean, early on they're like, "Damn, this guy can fucking play the guitar. He's so sweet." Blah blah blah, and he just failed to capitalize on that attraction entirely.
Yeah, dude. You got to Kino escalate. Peacock. Maybe give him a couple of negs.
Fucking
Kino
Shut up.
It's Kino, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where you touch their shoulder and then you gradually move it towards their boob.
where you just build physical
And you
intimacy.
tweak the nipple a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. But like,
I mean, as much as like pickup culture is sometimes very sleazy, mainly because some people that are very sleazy.
That's because it, like,
it's mostly got good stuff.
the stuff from like 15 years ago was sleazy, and it was like, here's your routine, go up like a robot and do this. But now the stuff is like all natural.
Mean, even that, some of it, a lot of it was made as, you know, you have good people that just don't know how to interact in those situations. Especially if you're talking about like really smart people, because generally, you know, if you think antisocial, generally also think really smart and intelligent.
I think autistic,
you know, engineers
that's what I
and
think.
stuff, right? Maybe. And it can be this thing where it's like, hey, if you give them a routine, they can perform it, they can learn. Like if you give them things to do, they can do it.
The funny thing,
and then it's about showing yourself through that. But
it doesn't.
If you fuck up early on, the girl can never get to actually see how great of a guy you are.
Well, and the problem with the routines is like people see through that, and also like if
they do once everybody knows.
Yeah,
about
and once
it.
people know about it, then the girl's like, why do people keep doing that to me? Is this a joke? Like, so
like what the fuck?
Yeah, because like there's like I saw a video where some guys like, yeah, we don't do lines or routines anymore because girls get prompted with like the same exact thing.
Yeah, and a lot of pick up like tips that are super effective can also come across as sleazy depending on how you see them.
Well, it depends how you do it.
They work.
It's like telling a joke.
So like some things like on a date, if you go to more locations, it feels like you've spent more time.
Oh yeah. You gotta change locations.
So it can build like rapport quicker, which is great advice if you're just like you're not totally sure what to do and you're trying to get past that kind of like early on phase that can be very like difficult. But also you could just be a sleazeball and just doing it to manipulate people. You just don't know. Just don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean,
anyway,
people see
bit.
through that stuff too. Anyway, here's what you should do:
Sakura Trick, right?
Go to YouTube, and type in like RSD free tour and like look at all that shit because that's the new stuff nowadays. And yeah,
I'm pretty sure RSD is pretty old.
Or no, RSD's old, but like they're the most popular now. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a. Oh man, I wish I remember what the show was. There was a Canadian like pickup show where it's like guys would compete to pick up as many girls as possible. So stupid.
Dude, yeah. That's pretty funny though. Like that's a great concept. Like why don't more shows do that? It's kind of hard if you have a cameraman like right behind you. It's like, yeah.
It was called Keys to the VIP. Oh my god, if you want something that's just kind of like, I mean, just check it out once. Maybe not watch all of it, but just like watch one episode.
This is why I like School Days.
Anyway, Sakura Trick.
Great.
Sakura Trick.
Oh yeah, so I'm not done with this one yet. I'm 8 episodes in, and
Sam, have you ever seen any of Sakura Trick?
I didn't watch any of it. No.
This is the show that made me appreciate Yuri. I did not understand Yuri as a thing before this show. Now I grok, and I love it.
Straight up.
There's a new Yuri coming out either this year or next year. I forgot the name. But yeah.
There's always new ones.
There's like a new one that's
there's one like every season at least.
Supposed to be good coming out. Anyway, Sakura Trick's pretty good.
Sakura Trick is Studio Dean. This is when they started to save anime.
Yeah, this is the post Fate.
Yeah, this is when they were going back up.
This reminded me a little bit of Nisekoi,
Man, the show's
actually.
just so cute. It's just, two girls just, girls loving girls, man.
Yeah, you got what's her name?
And lots of making out. There's like
Haruka.
kissing in you and Haruka. There's kissing in the opening.
Yeah, there's like it's like the Yuri Kuma
They
Arashi
get down to
opening.
business.
There's just naked girls.
Yeah, they get down to business.
Right away, just right.
Yeah, in the first episode they kiss. Oh yeah, no. So the first episode, if you watch nothing else, at least watch the first one because there's a really funny scene on a balcony where they just like defy the laws of physics. Do you remember that? God, that was so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least check
out
out episode 1.
Yu's older sister is like thinks that maybe they have some kind of a romantic thing going on and is totally against it, but also finds herself attracted to Haruka.
So this isn't a hentai, right? It's just
Ecchi.
It's on Crunchyroll. They just kiss. There's not even like boob or butt grabbing as far as we can tell.
boob or
Yeah,
butt
it's not like
grab.
Scum's Wish. Scum's Wish was pretty scummy.
But man, you'll just appreciate girl love. Just like girls love girls, man.
Dude, and what's her name? Yu is like, she's the incompetent one, and then Haruka's the Oppai girl. She's like the Oppai,
Yeah.
slightly rich girl. She's not, I don't know if she's rich, but she acts like she is.
And then they have the super tiny Twin Tails girl with the other Oppai girl.
Yeah. There's like, 4 or 5 characters that are main.
6 plus the sister.
Yeah, close enough. 4, 5, 6.
7, I guess.
Let's just find out. So is this based on
I like the scene in the opening where Haruka and Yu are like lean to kiss each other, and then the sister turns around and their heads snap away from each other.
Okay, that's what I thought. So it is based on a 4 Koma mangas, which is like just one of those. You have like 4 panels, and you tell
Like K-On! And Lucky Star.
Yeah,
and stuff.
it's like newspaper style jokes, kind of, and it really feels like that. It really feels like that. I liked how the directing went, because it would zoom in on like their hair pieces sometimes, and it would just kind of like do the Nisekoi shaft style every once in a while.
I don't think they ever do the colored outline thing though.
They do the Psychono thing at least one time.
But what the fuck is that thing in goddamn Haruka's hair? It's just like
it's like a fucking napkin.
Towel?
It's like she's like
Like,
wiping
what the
someone's
fuck is
ass, and they
this?
have like toilet paper trailing off their shoe. That's what's in her hair.
Yeah, she just ties it up into her hair, and she's like, "What the fuck is this hair accessory?"
That's what I was trying to ask. I was like, what?
Anyway, it's just super innocent. Like, even though it's like girls loving girls and making out and stuff, it just is some innocent love, man.
It's very
So it's a
fun
romance.
to
It's
watch.
an ecchi romance.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good light.
It's
show.
shoujo ai.
How
It
many
is
episodes is
12
it?
episodes.
12, yeah.
Studio Dean,
Full length.
When did it come
2014.
Oh, okay. So it's still.
Just before we started the show.
Oh, okay.
It has the exact Mal rating
Nice,
you would
dude.
expect, 7.19. Like, that's exactly what I would have
Yeah.
guessed.
But yeah, this is the show that kickstarted Dean back into being
pre
not
Rakugo
complete
and
garbage.
Konosuba and Sakamoto. God damn, Dean has been killing it
This
lately.
is when they're still learning how to make things. I think they've done one bad show in that time.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
No, they had like a gay boys show. It was like, I don't know the name of it. Came out in like 2015.
That's what's
Anyway,
Okay, Kwoka, hit us again. What else?
What else? We're kind of running out of time
Super
now.
Lovers. That was the other one. That was a Fujoshi show.
Oh, yeah. Super Lover. It wasn't even... Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
so
I mean, I kind of listed a bunch of stuff that kind of, maybe want to talk about. My favorite shows. Your Lie in April, Madoka Magica, Kimi no Nawa.
I mean, if you haven't seen.
By the
Your
way,
Lie
there's a
or Madoka-
720p rip online for Kimi no Nawa.
plus it was in.
If you still haven't fucking seen it,
It's getting a Blu-ray though, or it's getting
sometime.
physical copies sometime this year, hopefully.
Sometime.
But, yeah.
I still recommend checking it out immediately. Like, what are you doing wasting your life away not having seen this movie?
Hey, if Japan doesn't want our money right now, then take action on the internet.
Wait, isn't the DVD out already?
Probably in Japan,
No.
but I think it just came out or something.
Yeah, because someone in our Discord posted about it. They were like, when you get a torrent of Kimi no Nawa, but then and you're ready to watch it, but then the next day a DVD shows up that your sister bought you as a surprise. That was.
I mean, it's different
whole
countries have different
First world
things
problems,
going on.
dude.
first
First
world
world
problems.
problems.
I already torrented it. Oh
Oh
man,
man, I have too much money.
classic.
How am I gonna spend it all?
Spend it on anime.
Just
I would literally probably just spend it all on
anime,
White shorts.
anime.
white shorts.
Some has
Shout
a
out
lot of
to
white colored
AAA
shorts.
Podcast.
Well,
Wait, Kwoka, so what are let me think here. I'm listening to this other podcast lately, I forgot the name, where they do this thing where they do like your five of your favorite shows. They don't have to be like 1 through 5, it could be any numbers. And then also like 3 shows that you think are not, or maybe a little overrated, and then one other thing, which I forgot. But, like...
5 top shows. Kimi no Nawa.
Yeah, so basically, like,
Your
5
Lie
things
in
that you'd
April.
recommend.
Madoka Magica. Chunibyu Demo Koi ga Shitai.
I think that was 4, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Sakura Trick, probably.
No.
That could be one of them. I don't know.
I don't know. Terrace House.
Oh,
Good
Gekkan Shoujo, dude.
Terrace House.
Oh, Gekkan Shoujo's fantastic. I love that show.
And then, like, anything you think... Any anime that you think are maybe a little overrated.
Oh, I'm also almost done with the 2nd season of Showa Genroku, and that's really, really
Yeah,
good.
that show's great. If you haven't seen Rakugo Shinju yet, definitely watch it.
K-On! Man.
K up. Talking about K on or K up.
Okay, shabba hup.
K-On. K-On.
K up.
Dude, the Karma Train on Reddit. If you want to get Karma on Reddit, post some K-On little video links. That train is hot right now. Bye.
Train is hot.
So K-On is short for, like, K-On Gaku.
Although, when this episode
Light
comes out,
music.
it may have already passed, so...
It may have already passed. You already
Oh,
missed
yeah,
the train
anyway,
again.
let's wrap this up. Everybody go watch Terrace House. Go watch Kimi no Nawa. If you're going to be in Asia, hit me up. Follow me on the social media. Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube. theKwoka. One word. Twitter, @EricKwoka. Links in the show notes. I'll be posting travel stuff mostly. Maybe some anime stuff. I'm going to be in Korea for about a month. Then I head to Kyrgyzstan. Then down to LA for Anime Expo. Then over to Hong Kong. Gonna hit up some islands in the Philippines, Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, maybe Jakarta if I can fit it in there. I'm gonna hit Sydney for the National Australian
What
Football
did Sydney
League because
ever
I
do
have
to
friends
you?
on the American women's team, which will be down in
You're going to hit Sydney? Come on.
Melbourne. I'm gonna hit up Sydney,
Dude, Kyrgyzstan sounds
and
like
then I'll be back up
the
in.
sound you make when you burp.
Yeah, that'll be super fun.
Careful in the
I'll be riding
Philippines,
horses
though.
and hunting with eagles.
Bring some cash
What
so
is
you can
that?
bribe them.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to, was it Port Princess something or whatever. I don't know what the fuck it's called. And then back in August, I'll make it back up to Seoul for closer to 3 months. Down to Thailand for the Lantern Festival. Hit up Vietnam and Cambodia. Then over to Japan for late December through January.
Whereabouts in Thailand are you going?
Probably hit Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Chiang Pai. But Chiang Mai is for the Lantern Festival specifically, if that's what your question is.
Is that anywhere by? I wonder.
It's
Probably is. Taiwan's pretty
near-
small. Everything's by everything.
It's north Thailand, not Taiwan.
Thailand.
Oh, Thailand?
jackass.
Well, still, it's pretty small. That's not that big. How big's Thailand?
Anyway, if you guys need tips on travel, you want to meet up somewhere around the world, hit me up. I'll see what I can do.
Fucking Nick.
It's
I got-
like
Yeah, dude,
200,000
Taiwan.
square miles. That's pretty small.
I'm just trying to look where Chiang Mai is. Oh, I see it. It's right
It's
here.
more north. I think it's near
Actually,
the border.
never mind.
to some-
Thailand's pretty
what's
big,
that
actually. Holy
border?
shit. But it's like weirdly
Yeah,
shaped.
Thailand's pretty big.
Because Minnesota's only 87,000 square miles. Minnesota's pretty fucking
It's
big.
wider than Vietnam.
That does not make any sense. How is Thailand bigger than Minnesota? There's no way. Now I'm like salty.
Oh, okay, you're not gonna be anywhere near.
Near what?
I thought you were gonna be near Nong Khai.
Is that a beach area?
There. I think so. Yeah. It's my whole family like runs that shit.
So
like, you
you're
go to-
saying if I go there, I can live like a king because I'll have the hookup with the mob?
You go to Nong Khai and like half of it is just
Is
there's
Psalms,
one
half of it is
there's
Psalms?
one road there's like one road in that city where it's like a bunch of houses, right? And it's just all my family, and there's pictures of me and my brother and probably even Trisha by now, like just up in their walls and shit.
So you're saying you can hook me up?
I'm saying I run that shit, dude.
So you're saying you can hook me up?
Yeah, dude. Sawadee ka.
I can get a
What's up?
place to stay, get some food and some drink.
Yeah, bro.
Lady boys out the wazoo.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. King cow all day. King cow,
King Cow.
which means
Okay.
means eating.
We need
Means
to
eating.
wrap this episode up. That's been Kwoka appreciation. Wait, no, you guys can say some things that you like.
Oh
or
yeah, we
dislike
gotta
about me,
do
like we did
Kwoka.
with Mac.
This is like
You
the
can
whole
roast
point,
me
the
or
appreciation
something.
of Kwoka.
The roast.
So I'll start. So basically, we don't give Kwoka enough props for the behind the scenes stuff. which you talked about earlier, just like, spending time editing and dealing with the YouTube and RSS feed and, all that other stuff behind the scenes that we don't really see, I giving you props. Like, I see that you're doing that, mad respect. I need to learn how to do that myself, at least some of it. But yeah, I mean, there's that. And then you're very good at churning credit cards. What else do we got here? I don't know. You're just like pretty chill about anime. You never really
just to say I was an asshole.
If we're just talking about like anime here, like you're not one of those people who shits on everything. Kind of low key.
Except Sword Art Online.
Yeah, except for a couple of things. But there's a lot of fans out there who are just gonna like
and
crap on stuff.
Fucking.
And they only like a couple of things. But Kwoka's like willing to try stuff, and generally he's more in the positive area, which is good. So, for anime fandom, it's good to be positive.
Right, like even if there are shows that are crap, like he still mentions the good parts about him if he can, which is legit. Kwoka, I just want to say that you're a little bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, dude, you're super cool. You're one of my best friends now. There's a lot of things you've taught me about anime and about not anime, and even though I think you and I on a lot of certain things don't understand each other, it doesn't change how you feel about me regardless of like my sexuality or gender or anything. Like, it's never been part of the conversation. You've always just treated me like me, and I need more friends like that.
But you're my token racially ambiguous brown guy.
Right.
Until he finds another token friend, Sam, then you're off.
Dude, don't replace the token friend. Don't. I need that spot. I need more friends like that just want to talk to me for me and not because I'm a spectacle or whatever. And I really appreciate that. As I get older and I start cutting more people out of my life, chopping the broccoli. It's
chopping
like
the broccoli.
I gotta add more other kinds of vegetables in there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sweet potatoes.
So and I'm not ashamed. Like, I'm the kind of friend that tells people that I love them. I love you, man. I love you, and thanks for being awesome
I know.
and chill, and thanks for inviting me on this podcast. I love it. I enjoy doing it every week, and it's great. And thanks for this microphone.
Oh, dude, holy shit. Also, the anime, also the anime or expo ticket.
Oh yeah, yep. Thanks for that too. Even though I
Kwoka is like the anti-Grinch. He's like the Bizarro World Grinch or Scrooge. There we go. Because like Scrooge is all like, money, but Kwoka's like
greedy.
There you go. Sort of. I mean, not to everybody, but
this.
like, within reason.
No, but
I don't have enough to give to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate.
Can't believe I forgot to mention that. Like, holy shit. Yeah.
Well, I'm like talking into it, and I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like,
Sam's just slobbering on that mic.
No, I love you, man. I'm happy for you, and I hope that you find some cool shit out there, and you bring it back, and you'll always be a permanent member, regardless of.
Yeah. So, always welcome. Well, it's your thing, really, but
But thanks for keeping me and Nick on and Mac even as long as, I think is regardless of the differences the four of us have, you stayed with the three of us and kept us around, and we're happy to be a part of it. I look forward to doing this every week.
As much as Nick makes me want to fire him every week.
That's true.
You fire.
Kwoka's very tolerant.
All right. Well, you sign it off, man.
Yeah, so, stuff. I don't know. It's one of those things where I felt like I had something to say.
Like
no idea what it was.
And it just came out like. Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
some shit happened. Like,
things.
Dude.
So yeah,
Oh my
this is
God.
I'll be on next week's show, and then it'll be very hit or miss from there for the next couple months. We'll see what happens. There'll be updates. Follow on the things like I said before, Discord. Anyway, I've been Kwoka. With me has been Mac, Nick, and Sam. Mac's not been here. I'm just used
He's
to
been
saying
here in
that.
spirit.
And this has been the Anime Summit Podcast.